Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Loughlin returns to Blue Bloods. Does character want to exact revenge? Has 5 more episodes left in the series and things are heating up. That includes Loughlin returning to the long-running series, reprising her role as Grace Edwards. What happens in this episode entitled New York Minute? Here is everything fans of the want to know. Blue Bloods Season 14 Episode 14 is entitled New York Minute. This is the official description. Danny, Donnie Wahlberg, and Baez, Marissa Ramirez, scrutinize an art gallery suspected of selling counterfeit pieces after a detective investigating the establishment is murdered. Also, Eddie, Vanessa Ray, is conflicted when she discovers her former partner turned social worker, Rachel Whitten, Lauren Patton, crossed the line to get a mentally ill client much needed help, and Frank, Tom Selleck, is upset when an award Danny was to be honored with is rescinded by Grace Edwards, Loughlin, the widow of an NYPD officer killed in the line of duty. The star was last on this CBS drama in 2016. Grace Edwards lost her husband, a NYPD officer. At that time she pleaded with Frank to not let her son become an officer. But Frank didn't let that happen. Now, it seems that Grace plans to exact revenge on the Reagan family. The episode preview shows Danny, with Tom's voice overhead saying, "My son is a decorated cop and a fine family man." However, Laurie's character counteracts. He's also from New York's most visible cop family and enjoys a reputation as a very loose cannon. The video concludes with Wahlberg stating the obvious, "It's just getting really personal now." What does Blue Bloods New York Minute premiere? The premiere of Blue Bloods Season 14, Episode 14, with Loughlin, premieres on Friday, November 8th, at 10 p.m. Eastern, on CBS. Loughlin starring in Amazon's On Call with Troian Bellisario. Loughlin's return to Blue Bloods to reprise her role as Grace Edwards is the third non-rom-com role she has played since the college admission scandal. Earlier this year, she parodied herself in an episode of. Next year, she stars alongside Pretty Little Liars star Troian Bellisario in the Amazon Prime police series. This is from successful producer Dick Wolf. In On Call, the When Calls the Heart star portrays Lieutenant Bishop. Dropping on Thursday, January 9th, Gritty Role is the star's first regular series role since the long-running Hallmark series. After Laurie completed her time, she starred in several great American family productions and it seemed that she would continue to do that. However, this year, her career has taken on a cornucopia of roles that allow her to really show her acting chops. Blue Bloods fans, are you looking forward to Loughlin's return to the CBS series? After years away from the limelight, Loughlin is stepping back into primetime television with a surprise return to CBS's hit drama Blue Bloods. But this time, she's not just dropping by for a feel-good cameo. Her character might have a secret agenda, and fans are buzzing about one big question. Is she back for revenge? A familiar face returns. Loughlin, best known for her iconic roles on Full House and When Calls the Heart, first guest starred on Blue Bloods back in Season 5, playing Bridget Connors, a former NYPD detective and one-time protege of Frank Reagan, Tom Selleck. At the time, Bridget was a respected but troubled figure, brilliant in the field, but ultimately burned out by the system and the politics of the badge. Her character disappeared after just one episode, leaving viewers intrigued but with little closure. Now, nearly a decade later, Bridget Connors is back. And she's not just making a casual return, she's reappearing in the middle of a major NYPD corruption scandal that threatens to shake the Reagan family to its core. Behind the scenes of the comeback. According to Blue Bloods showrunner Kevin Wade, the decision to bring back Loughlin was more than a nostalgia play. "We were looking for a character with a complicated past, someone who could walk into the Reagan world and throw a wrench into it," Wade said. Bridget had history with Frank. She has secrets. She has baggage. And Laurie brings a sharp edge and emotional depth that makes the whole storyline sizzle. For Loughlin, the return marks not just a character arc, but a personal renaissance. After facing years of public scrutiny following her involvement in the college admission scandal, her reappearance on network television is being viewed by some as a redemption arc, both on-screen and off. "I'm grateful to be working again," Loughlin shared in a recent interview. "Coming back to Blue Bloods felt right. Bridget is a character I always felt had more story to tell. And tell it she will." What's Bridget Connors been up to? When Bridget Connors walks back into the precinct, she's no longer in uniform. She's a private investigator now, working independently and operating in morally grey territory. Her return is tied to an unsolved case involving an NYPD whistleblower who died under suspicious circumstances. Her first encounter with Frank Reagan is chilly, to say the least. Once like a daughter to him, Bridget now seems guarded, driven, and possibly dangerous. She doesn't come looking for guidance, she comes with questions. Hard ones. "Why did you bury the report?" she asks Frank in a tense teaser clip. "You always said you stood for justice. But I think you just protect your own." Is she an ally, or a threat? That one line, "you just protect your own," has lit the internet on fire. Fans have taken to Reddit and Twitter, speculating that Bridget may not be the ally she once was. Some believe she's here to expose deep-seated corruption in the department, maybe even within the Reagan family itself. Others wonder if there's a more personal motive. Was she betrayed by someone she trusted? Is this about justice, or revenge? In a leaked scene from an upcoming episode, Bridget confronts Danny Reagan, Donnie Wahlberg, about a case they once worked together. "You told me we were doing the right thing," she says. "But you left out the part where someone had to take the fall." Is Bridget here to avenge an old injustice? Was she thrown under the bus in the past, and is she back? Now to even the score. The Reagans on the defensive. What makes this storyline so compelling is the way it challenges the Reagan family's moral compass. For 13 seasons, the show has portrayed the Reagans as a principled, if sometimes rigid, family, committed to justice above all else. But Bridget's return exposes the cracks in that foundation. In episode 4 of the current season, Bridget is seen having a heated exchange with Erin Reagan, Bridget Monahan, now a candidate for district attorney. "You think your family's untouchable," Bridget tells her. "But I've been where you are. I've seen what happens when the truth gets in the way of a reputation." Even Jamie, Will Estes, the ever-loyal youngest Reagan, appears torn. In one emotional scene, he admits to Eddie, Vanessa Ray, that he once looked up to Bridget as a role model. "She taught me more in 6 weeks than the Academy did in 6 months, he says. If she's asking these questions, maybe we should listen. Redemption or ruin? Loughlin's performance is already drawing early praise from critics, with one reviewer calling her icy, magnetic, and morally complex, the best kind of antagonist. But is she truly the villain of the story? Or is she simply the one person willing to say what no one else will? There's also speculation that her character's arc may extend beyond a few episodes. CBS executives haven't ruled out the possibility of a recurring role, especially if fan response continues to surge. And it is surging. Social media has exploded with hashtags like #BridgetReturns and #RevengeOrRedemption, with fans divided on whether she should be trusted or feared. Some are even shipping a potential romance between Bridget and Frank, pointing to their shared past and lingering chemistry. "I don't know if I want her to take them down or join the family dinners," one fan joked on X, formerly Twitter. Maybe both. A complicated comeback. Lori Loughlin's return to Blue Bloods isn't just a plot twist, it's a power move. It reintroduces a layered, intelligent character at a time when the show is seeking fresh tension and emotional stakes. Bridget Connors is not a walk-on cameo. She's a catalyst. A threat. Maybe even a reckoning. Whether she's out for vengeance or justice remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, Blue Bloods just got a lot more interesting. And as the Reagan family braces for impact, viewers are left with one haunting question. When the truth finally comes out, who will be left standing? Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with